let's go to the farm now.
The farm?
The vertical farm.
Antoine Hubert might not look like your typical farmer, but what he's raising is far from typical. His company, Insect, is one of the largest producers of insects in the world. They raise 1,000 tons of beetles and mealworms each year.
So here we are in the heart of the vertical farm, up to almost 20 meters high. It's where insects are living all the time. And these are the beetles, the one that will make eggs. We don't see the eggs here, they're so small.
Like caviar.
I think we should test and marinate them in a vinegar.
Yes, yes.
The insects here aren't directly eaten by humans, but end up in fertilizer and animal food. Insect's automated production process carefully monitors the bugs to harvest them at peak maturity, which is when they have the highest concentration of nutrients and protein.
This is an example of the final product. This is the protein meal, you see.
So
this is the protein from the mealworm beetles, the mealworm larvae.
is it anything like the sort of protein powder that humans put in their smoothies?
It could be in the future.
The idea of raising insects to feed animals to feed humans has someone else excited: investors. Insect has received more than $370 million to expand production. Around the globe, climate change has increased the demand for farmed fish, which has, in turn, driven the need for fish feed, a market that's now worth $100 billion and growing. Hubert says their insect protein is better than current options and less taxing on the environment.
We do vertical farming, so we are using a very small piece of land to produce a large quantity of proteins. We are also helping to replace fish meal, so basically small fish, which are processed into feed to feed animals. And this is 1/4 of the total fish catch in the world. And there is just not enough to follow the growing demand for more meat and fish in the world.
Why are you confident that insects are the future?
First, as animal feed or pet food and fertilizer, it's already a reality. It's just a question now to build more capacity. I think the next few years, from 21 to 25, we will see much further farms in Europe and a much bigger demand for insect products overall.
Par ici.
Okay.
People tend to be less picky about what they feed animals than what they eat themselves. But Clémence Scullier is banking on being able to broaden people's dietary horizons.
What can I smell?
Ce sont des épices. Alors, ce qu'on sent en fait actuellement, ce sont des épices.
Ah, interesting. It's nice.
Oui, ça sent
It's
très bon.
making me hungry.
In a country famous for deep devotion to its culinary traditions, Scullier co-founded a company named Jiminy's that makes products with bugs as the special ingredient.
Et aujourd'hui, on est vraiment sur un assaisonnement typique. C'est un de nos best-sellers. C'est l'ail et herbes de Provence. Donc les herbes de Provence qu'on sélectionne avec soin.
Classic.
Voilà, un classique de l'apéritif, effectivement.
Jiminy's puts insect protein in everything from energy bars to pasta to granola. They also sell whole crickets and grasshoppers that can be used in everyday cooking.
Alors aujourd'hui, je vais vous cuisiner des acras de molitor pour vous montrer qu'on peut faire plein de choses avec ces petits insectes. Donc les acras, ce sont des beignets qui sont fabriqués à partir de pommes de terre, de farine, d'œufs et agrémentés d'oignons, d'un petit peu de coriandre, de l'oignon nouveau et du piment.
As humans have grown more conscious of their diet's impact on the climate, insects are increasingly being called the future of food. They are the planet's most efficient source of protein by weight,
Can I smell
which
it?
is particularly appealing as the global population grows and the demand for protein is expected to increase by 70% by 2050.
Oh, wow, it's nearly cooked.
Jiminy's is betting that pretty soon we'll need to be eating a lot more bugs.
Et
Voilà.
voilà.
Merci, wow.
Donc des acras de molitor avec une petite sauce.
Thank you so much. There's some bugs in my food.
Exactement.
You first?
Avec plaisir.
Ok. J'ai peur. Oh. Je peux pas trouver le...
Le molitor. Non, c'est normal. c'est normal. En fait, on va le voir en topping, on va le sentir un petit peu croustiller sous la dent,
It's really delicious.
mais il est intégré dans la préparation, donc on ne s'en rend pas compte.
We've been hearing that insects are the next frontier of protein production for some time. But really, we also know that humans don't need any animal protein or insect protein. Why are you so convinced that insects are important for the future of human protein consumption?
Alors, nous, on pense qu'en fait, on est persuadé que l'avenir de notre consommation de protéines est dans le flexitarisme, finalement, donc consommer plusieurs protéines de différentes sources. Aujourd'hui, par exemple, il y a certaines protéines végétales qui consomment plus de ressources à fabriquer que les insectes, qui sont également qui vont apporter de la vitamine B12, du fer et tout un tas de choses. Donc, nous, on part du principe que les insectes ont cet avantage, qu'il faut en profiter.
Now, the European Union is getting on board too. It's about to expand legislation to make it possible for chickens, pigs, and humans everywhere to eat insects, a change made possible by years of hard work by people like Christophe Terrien.
I wanted to ask you, is it fair to say you guys are the bug lobby?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that. I mean, it's about advocating for our sector, of course, and trying to convince EU policymakers that insects are part of the solution in the future.
We've been hearing for some years that insects could be the future of food in the West, but we haven't seen so much change culturally or legislatively. Why are you convinced that it's coming soon?
I'm from a generation where, when I was a kid, I was told that you have to eat meat and a certain quantity of meat to respond to your dietary needs. If I look at my kids, there is a growing interest in insects, and also at school, the teachers start educating our kids about the fact that it's not only about meat or vegetable protein-rich proteins, but also about those new alternative proteins which can contribute to make their meal at the end of the day. Yeah.
But lobbyists and entrepreneurs tend to have a vested interest in the success of their industry. So I tried to find an unbiased, objective subject for the final word on bugs.
We're now at the farm of Henry, who is the in-house insect expert at Insect, because, as we know, humans need a bit more convincing when it comes to eating insects. Dogs are less discerning about these things, so we've got some pet kibble made with the insect powder produced at Insect. So let's see how it goes down. Bon appetit, Django! Yeah. No complaints there. Wow. Delicious. Maybe I should try some.